But you're on Route 105, which is
yeah, busy. But yeah, and then maybe I don't know if we'll do a week before Easter, whenever Easter is, and then
well, when do you plan to open it, May?
We don't know if we would do April or May.
Really depends on the weather, but you gotta. I think the thing is, you have to put a date in concrete.
Yeah,
You can't just say we'll have the window and say, oh, I'm not coming over today because it's crappy out. And April can be beautiful here, or it can be just crappy. May's usually nice, but April is
hard.
I base that on the oil business. Usually by March you'll look for things to slow down a little bit because you're so tired. And then when you have boss wants us to sell some oil, but you just beat.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want April stuff. It rains a lot in April.
Yeah. That's so true. I think when I used to work in Bridgewater, the ice cream shop, she opened the last week of April. So, which I'm like, why would you do that? Just open in May, like just first week of May, But I don't know. I think it's hard because my kids are in school, but honestly, they're gonna be in school through May anyway. So what's the difference? Because it's hard because we're running around and.
Good time to start open up is vacation week.
Oh, you have vacation.
Because they're around helping.
Right, and it's the last week of. That's true. It's toward the end of April, so maybe that's a good.
It's like the 19th, 20th, somewhere around there. It's right Patriots Day starts it off.
That's a really good idea. That might be, and that's another whole month longer than we were open last season. And if we could open Monday, Tuesday.
Well, that was a rush to open up. You were still.
Oh, I know.
May 1st, you were still putting the place together.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I should silence my phone.
Confirmed the interception of 2 envelopes before they could reach election facilities.
As the war against Hamas terrorists rages on in the Middle East, thousands of
Is the news on right now?
News is on. Yeah, the national news.
For this radio show? So that's from 7 to
7:05.
Which it is now.
Should be over about a minute.
It's a 5-minute news.
It's a 5-minute news. We open up at 7, but we do the national anthem too, so that adds an extra minute.
Yeah. Nice.
Mayor Democrat Eric Adams, as part of a federal investigation campaign.
We're going to use a recommendation today or no, Joe?
I'd like to do a musical recommendation, but it's my turn.
He did it last week too. He did the Thomas Dolby last week.
I want to do Cooper. I want to do Alice Cooper.
So far. And I'm Laura Winters,
So we listened to like 3 Alice Cooper songs. And I have Alice Cooper on the brain. So.
Well, you had that birthday guy, his birthday last Sunday. It was Thursday, wasn't it?
What?
It was Thursday. The Alice Cooper guitarist. Birthday was Thursday. Jim was talking about it, right?
Wow.
I know what you're going through. Call me if you want to speak with a tax attorney or tax professional.
Do you have your ice cream stands?
I do, yeah. I took pictures this morning.
What do you got, about 20 of them? 25?
11? Which I was looking at today and they look terrible.
Do not express the views of WVDF ownership.
They look like they're all like
programs are those of the host and their guests.
Water damaged, They're cheap, like.
You don't want them running. You don't want people. Because I know as people wait in line, they read those.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I used to. Other people watch.
Yeah, that's good though.
I worked security for 5 years, so I will tell.
Yeah, there's 11 of them. But yeah, they're cardboard. It's like it was probably like a what's it called?
Ready, Joe? What's going on here?
And good morning and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am Joey Driscoll. I am joined by Dawn today. Morning, Dawn.
Hello.
We're joined by a special guest once again, Catherine Lothrop. Morning.
Good morning.
All right. So we're going to be getting to interview with Catherine and some other stuff going on today too.
I'll put Catherine at one of the people who are not afraid to get up early and get in here at 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Because when you mention that, they look at you like, I'm not doing that. You're lucky if you get a phone call in some cases. But,
we got our musical recommendation today. We're gonna do an Alice Cooper one today. I'm feeling Alice Cooper today.
Alice Cooperish.
Yes, I'm feeling Alice Cooperish today. We're gonna do one off of $1 Billion Babies.
You know, Alice Cooper had it's a big charity donor, big time over the years. He's done so much for charity and hospitals and stuff. And if you go look at his bio, you can see that he did so much over the years, which is commendable, which is nice, I think, in my opinion, because he has the money to give, and if you had more people who did that, there'd be a lot of situations where kids would be taken care of and stuff and whatever. Like Ryan Seacrest, for instance, building the studio at Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, he put a lot of time and money into that, and he has 8 of them or something like that nationwide. And
a couple of them, yeah.
So I mean, you spend a lot of time at Children's Hospital, and it's kind of nice when the people who donate stuff for the kids and a radio studio, 21st century. That's really the 24th century
really
radio
nice.
studio in Children's Hospital. So it's good when you hear celebrities giving out and really, putting their money where their mouth is sometimes.
All right, so we'll get to that in a little bit.
Kudos to Alice Cooper.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get to that in a little bit. It'll be a song off of $1 Billion Babies album that came out in 1973. Very good album, by the way. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. Blood drives first. Talk a little bit about blood drives, then we'll do the weather. Blood drives. The Red Cross National Blood Supply has fallen at about 25% since early August. Right now, blood product distributions to hospitals are outpacing the number of blood donations coming in. We have several blood drives for the month of November. We have tomorrow, Cohasset Community Health Center, 5 Wally Kruger Way, Bridgewater, Massachusetts, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Wednesday, the 15th of November, Bridgewater State University Dunn Conference Center, 73 Burrell Ave, Bridgewater, Massachusetts, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can even take the train in to that blood drive, technically.
Where?
Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Bridgewater State University Dunn Conference Center.
Yeah,
I don't know
right there.
if it's right there, but
Yeah,
it's
no.
in that area.
Yeah,
you
sure.
can take the train there.
Yeah.
Thursday, November 16th, Carver Middle High School, 60 South Meadow Road, Carver, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. And Friday, the 17th of November, Town Hall of Halifax, 499 Plymouth Street, Halifax, Massachusetts, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. But we have one in December as well. In Middleboro, Church of Our Savior, 60 Union Street, 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. for that blood drive. And our weather for today, let's start off with Taunton. Outside of our Taunton Final Credit Union Studios here at 14 Church Green, it is 25 degrees outside. Very cold. I stepped out this morning, and I was surprised how cold it was.
Oh, you were crying.
A little bit.
You cried.
Very cold today.
Yeah. Well, you got shorts on and a short sleeve shirt.
I do have shorts on, and it's 25 degrees.
You do have pants, and you do have jackets provided, so
Well, I brought my jacket today, so
okay,
that's good enough, I think.
I guess so.
47 degrees of the high today, so
Grandpa always says you always should always have extra blankets, axes, chains, in case you break down. You know what I mean? Because he's used to living in Maine.
I definitely have extra.
I mean, going up to
sweatshirts.
camping in Maine in the 50s, and if you broke down, there wasn't a 24-hour Spuckies around to help you out. I mean, you were on your own.
Yes.
Living up there. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean, you travel. He used to go up to Fort Kent, Maine, so that's why he always says you never listen to him because who listens to Grandpa, right? Nobody, right? But I mean, until you break down and you spend a cold night in a car.
Yeah.
Eh,
Well.
yeah.
I have extra sweatshirts, but that's about it.
Yeah. We'll find out the hard way.
I will. 47 degrees tomorrow. A high of 47, a low of 33. Tuesday, 51 degrees, a low of 29. No rain in the forecast all week, so it could be a beautiful week. Especially Thursday, 60 degrees. And on Friday, too, 62 degrees. So it's going to warm up pretty good. In Middleboro, 25 degrees, clear skies, a high of 47, a low of 24, and pretty much the same weather. A little cooler. On Thursday, 59 degrees for the high in Middleboro. Again, it's weird how the temperature's a little bit different in certain towns, and especially on Taunton. It's not that far away from Middleboro, a couple miles, 10, 15 miles, not even.
The visible barrier is 495, so everything west of 495 gets 10 feet of snow, and we usually get nothing.
But yeah.
Ask my buddy Dave, he'll know. I'll tell you. Northbridge, Mass.
Driscoll, North Dakota, not too much different. 34 degrees, a high of 53 today, and a low of 26. Cloudy skies today. 53 tomorrow, with a low of 30 tomorrow night. Weather's not much different in Driscoll, North Dakota. No rain this week either. Yeah, that's Driscoll, North Dakota. Driscoll, Texas. This is where the temperatures are a little different. 59 right now. Rain. 63 today for the high. 64 tomorrow. Rain continuing. Then clearing up on Tuesday. In the 70s for the rest of the week in Driscoll, Texas. A beautiful, beautiful week in Driscoll, Texas.
I want to say something, Joey. We want to thank Chuck Hart for coming in last week.
Yes.
Sunday, we saw us. Surprised in the parking lot, anyway. For St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry. It was a great hour, and he's going to be coming in first Sunday of December, I think.
December 3rd.
Yeah, December 3rd. So hopefully we'll get to see him, and it's really rewarding because Christmas is coming up, and I guess you and I got to go down and see how the operation goes. So we're invited down there. So we'll go down to the food pantry, maybe some. You work on Saturday, so it's tough.
It is a little tough.
They got everything kind of wrapped up by the time you're out of here, but you're out of here at 10. To get down there and see the tail end of the operation, but they're going to be doing the Christmas presents and whatnot. But they are very, very. The volunteers are unbelievable. I want to thank all the volunteers. Thank Chuck for coming on, and hope they have a successful last holiday season.
All right, it's 7:15. Let's get our first commercial break out of the way now, so we can have some more time to talk to our guest today, Catherine Lothrop. This morning is our guest. So let's take our commercial break a little early today, and then we'll be right back here on Middleboro Review on 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. Open phone lines today as well if you want to call in, 508-822-1106 if you have a question for Catherine, or if you want to talk to Dawn, if you want to talk to me, if you have something, if you have a favorite Alice Cooper album you want to talk about for our musical recommendation later on.
1973. So we're catching all age brackets.
Yes.
So we're catching somebody who might be 80 who listened to Alice Cooper to somebody who's 8 who's listening to him now. So.
All right. We'll take our commercial break now. Again, this has been a Middleboro Review on WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. We'll be right back.
So that reminds me of my brother's keeper. Have you heard of that organization?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay, it's so amazing. Oh my gosh. You can go, I think they start the first week of December. But, so their organization is, the vision of the organization many years ago was they started out of their basement in Brockton. It was to bring food and furniture to families in need. I think they just started doing furniture. So they collect like couches or, lamps, whatever. And then anybody that had a need, they just go deliver it. It was very simple. But now it's like they have two huge, massive buildings. Like, they clear the warehouse out of all the food and furniture around, like, Christmas, and they just fill it with toys and bikes and clothes and people just call in, no prerequisites. They call, they say, I need, I have 4 kids, we can't afford kids, I need, here's some ideas for each kid. Somebody writes it down, and then the tag goes into the warehouse. Volunteers come, get the tag, and shop to the family, grab everything, put it in big trash bags, and then ship it out to wherever. And they go all over there up to like, I want to say they're up to Maine, New Hampshire, all over here, Mass, maybe probably the other way a little bit too. But I started with them at Stonehill when I was at college, and it was just like, I can't say enough about the organization. They were just amazing. But but we go every year to serve because we just.
When do you go? Right around Christmas?
Yeah, so I think they open like December 2nd or 3rd or something.
And
like
where
that.
do you usually go to serve?
They have a Dartmouth location and an Easton. I go to Easton.
You want to plug it later?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a
Sometime,
great.
you're here for the whole hour, so I mean,
Yeah.
plug it as much as you want.
Yeah. It's a great organization. It's so great. So I'll call and just be like, can I come, wrap? And then I'll get, it's usually like an hour, 2 hour time slot. Do all the shopping.
Well, as far as the ice cream shop, definitely talks about it, but we kind of do it in a format where, you're not paid advertiser at this point in time, so we kind of sneak you in here to get it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why we keep you here all the whole show, you know what I'm saying? That's, you talk about other stuff too, so about the ice cream, so. And then maybe in the spring, if you're up for it, maybe you can get some time on the show.
Yeah.
I think it'll really help you.
Yeah, I know. It's a time for me. It's a time thing. Just like.
No, well, it's not
when
happening.
the season's going, I'm
No,
just like.
I'd say May,
oh my
maybe.
gosh. Yeah. Right.
Taunton might be facing Milford's, freshmen come Thanksgiving Day. Milford's in the playoffs for their division, and they're in the Final Four. They might make the Super Bowl for their division. Yeah, Milford.
Hi, this is Martha Lupin.
Oh, really? So that's the Thanksgiving game you're doing, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the Thanksgiving game we're doing. So Milford might be starting their freshman if they win their Final Four matchup.
Are you having Thanksgiving at home, or are you going,
Going to Maine, yeah. Because my dad's having a retirement party that weekend, so we're just gonna go out for the
Oh, really?
weekend and just.
What do you do for work?
He had a business at home growing up. It was like he did a lot of like title searches to help with mortgages
Oh, okay,
and
good.
background checks,
Oh, wow.
things like that for people. Family job. He fell into it from my grandfather, and then he just sold it actually, so it's kind of sad. It's good, but they've had it ever since we were kids.
Well, you've got to keep yourself busy now, though. I mean, I'm sure he does.
I don't know, yeah, he needs to do something. I don't know. I think he has wood and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Whatever, I guess. But, yeah, it's hard when you retire. You gotta find something to do. It's like,
Do well. You'll probably fiddle around, and your mother probably won't throw him out of the house.
I know, well, more throw my mom out of the house. she's the one. But yeah, she cooks all the time. She's just cooks. That's all she does. Cooks and
Do you like to cook?
serves and help people. I do, yeah. Yeah. I just don't like doing it when I don't have time.
Are you the baby of the family?
Middle.
Middle?
My sister's the oldest. She's in Indiana. My brother's in Maine, where we grew up. And I'm right in the middle, yeah. Smack dab in the middle. 2 years and 2 years. Yeah. How about
7,
you?
6, 5,
I'm the baby.
4,
Okay, yeah.
3,
How many kids?
2, 1, and 0. And we are back here on Middleboro in Review. It is 7:21 a.m. And welcome our guest once again, Catherine Lothrop, to the show. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning.
Don, you get the first question.
It's your show. You ask.
Okay, well,
All right. First of all,
yeah, all right.
I got pies on my mind. Okay, pies. You go ahead. You can introduce yourself, and you were on the show in September,
Yeah.
and we really appreciate you having coming on. It was a great show. Do your stuff.
All right. Well, yeah, we are. I'm from Joyful Scoops Ice Cream Shop in Middleboro, Massachusetts. We closed for the season a couple weeks back, but we are excited to come back for a week based on each month and the holiday and what's coming up. So we will be opening Wednesday, actually, the 15th, this coming week. And like Joey was saying, the weather looks beautiful, so we're really excited about that. And we're going to open through the following Wednesday, the 22nd, and our hours will be all the weekdays will be 4 to 8, and the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, will be 2 to 8. and we are bringing in some baked goods for the holiday. We're really excited about it. We are going to have frozen pies. Those will include pecan pie, apple pie, blueberry crisp, pumpkin, strawberry rhubarb, cherry, that's the one I forgot about, and apple cranberry. Being a Maina and all, I'm excited to bring in the whoopie pies.
Maynard.
Yep, those are the best, the whoopie pies, and the way that the woman explained that how they make them was amazing. It has the buttery fluffernutter marshmallow confectionery sugar frosting, which is the way you make a whoopie pie. That's how it's supposed to be made.
Fluff, like peanut butter.
Yeah,
fluff?
like fluffernutter. Yep.
Oh, that's a staple in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah,
Is,
it's the best.
Peanut butter fluff.
PB and F, I guess, right? Peanut butter fluff, not J. But yeah, it's got the real good Maine frosting that I'm used to, that we had when we were kids. So it's the best. And we have, for whoopie pies, we have the apple pie whoopie pie coming in, the classic, which is your chocolate cake. We have maple, pumpkin chocolate chip, mocha fudge, and orange cranberry whoopie pies.
Wow.
Pretty amazing. I cannot wait to get my hands on those. They're supposed to be coming in Tuesday. We also are going to be selling some tea cakes. These are pastries, little cake pastries. We're going to bring in lemon blueberry, coffee cake, and apple crumb. We also will have some apple crisp, single portions served with hopefully some nice Acushnet Creamery vanilla ice cream, or whatever of your choice. We also will be bringing in some fudge from Tavia Organics. She sells breads and cookies and brownie bites at our shop, and she's also going to be bringing in some fudge for the holiday. So we're very excited about that. So yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my. I'll try pie. Now, are you gonna be able to? The pies you're gonna make separate, so you're not gonna make a pie ice cream thing. You can't do that. No.
No.
Someone says, "I want a piece of pumpkin pie. I want some ice cream on top of it." You're gonna have to do that in your car. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that pumpkin pie with a slab of ice cream and some whipped cream.
Chocolate.
Yeah, everything.
My favorite's chocolate. So
Mm.
that sounds really good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. The best. We're excited. I'm excited for the apple crisp with the vanilla ice cream, because I think we're going to try to, that will be something at the shop that we'll have.
Well, Thanksgiving's coming up, so I mean,
yeah.
everyone thinking pies, and
Yeah.
it'd be good to see the place open for another week. That's good, and this is you seem excited about it.
Yeah, I'm
it's,
really excited about it.
Really pushing the pies out the door there.
Yeah.
You always see those old 1940s things that puts the pie in the window, and the kids come up and grab the pie, and they run off with it. You ever see that in the 1940s? It's like
I haven't.
it was like a lot of old movies.
Yeah.
Mom would make the pie and she'd
Yeah.
put it in the window
Yeah.
for it to cool off, and the kids would steal it.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, so she'd have to make another pie. You know what I mean? The kids are all in the shed eating it and stuff like that. Look like little rascals or something,
That's awesome.
But,
Yeah.
so it's for 4 weeks. So you're talking Wednesday the 15th.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, to the next Wednesday, which would be the 22nd.
So it's okay. So yeah. So
Yeah.
you're talking, and you're gonna be open on a Monday and Tuesday for the first
Yeah,
time. So
yeah, exactly.
And it's funny too, because a lot of people might travel through a certain part of town only on those days.
Right.
So it's just like it's funny because we've had people call in our show. We're joking around. No one listens to us. We had a listener call and says, "I listen to you. I drive through here on 495 at this time every day. I mean every Sunday, and I always listen to. I catch a little bit of you, and I listen every week. So it's just like people have their routines. So people are going to be going by the shop and notice that we get that big open sign. Maybe get 2 open signs this time.
Yeah.
And you have people. You might have face. I mean, you usually remember faces.
Oh yeah.
So you'll have these new faces popping in. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, Catherine. Now this was a request that I asked you to bring in. When you wait in line, you got these little ice cream little plaques you have on the wall, on your outside wall, and I read them all. Waiting in line, and you got to read fast because you really get the line going.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, at first, it took some time, but after about 2 weeks of you being open, I think you managed to move an ice cream because it takes a long time to scoop ice cream. It does. It's just it's hard. It must be hard on your shoulders. It's either whatever. You gotta get the ice cream at such the right temperature so it scoops in nice, joyful scoop pop, right? So I asked you to bring in these little sayings on the ice cream. I asked you to read them, and you and it was all you. It was all your thought.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got what, 11, 12 of them or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you can read them and just tell me, what was on your mind and.
Sure.
And because I always thought that's cool. I thought it was a touch of class on that. That set up at the outside. I mean, I know. You guys work real hard on it, and it's the way you put it with the tractor out front and the beautiful wood chips and the you got a couple of Adirondack chairs out there and picked it, and then whatever. So, but
yeah,
definitely,
yeah. Well, it's funny because the vision came later after, we had the Joyful Scoops vision came a few years ago, and then right before we were going to open, or a little before, I thought, I wonder if they sell these, ice cream cone chalkboards, because how cool would that be to have, that, like the pictures in line or the sayings in line on an ice cream chalkboard, right? And it kind of went with Joyful Scoop. So we made some fun, positive, inspirational, biblical as well, quotes to kind of have people read while they were, in line waiting, and hopefully it would bring joy to them as they were getting their ice cream and really bring the name Joyful Scoops alive. So, some of the signs that we have are walk by faith and hope, even when you cannot see. I think in the time of COVID it was a really hard time when this all came to be, and it's still in the world can be kind of hard. So I think sometimes we have to hold on to faith and hope, just because we can't see what's coming and we don't know every day what it's going to look like, and things are hard, things happen, right? And so when you hold on to that faith and hope, it just kind of gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
Another one, there's never been a moment that you were not perfectly loved. And that comes from, again, my faith perspective, having God, just knowing that no matter what, he always loves us so much. And there's never a moment that we are not perfectly loved by him. That goes along with God is faithful. And a quote I have by C.S. Lewis that was cool: "You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." And I think sometimes we get settled in our way, and just in our jobs. And I guess for me, this was kind of a really meaningful, saying, quote, because for me, I was a teacher and I was teaching for quite a while, and then came to find this new dream. And it makes me, realize that no matter how old we are, you never know what God's going to do, and to be open to new things, because you just never know what could come your way. And not to doubt or say, I'm too old, or I can't do that.
And also too, and from my perspective and my family, it's a labor of love.
Mm.
Right?
True.
I mean, you work so hard. Mm-hmm. It's a labor of love, meaning you work so hard to build your dreams, mm-hmm. And that's something. Even though you're up working late, and mm-hmm. People are watching TV, and you're up, putting up, whatever, building stuff. Mm-hmm. It's a labor of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember reading that one, and that's what popped into my mind. Mm. My stepfather said to my mother he built a house for her, and just to marry, a labor of love. Mm-hmm. He built the house for her, and we put it in cement. So that's when I read that one, I thought of my mom. I thought of that saying. So I mean, in a weird way,
No, I think that's awesome. That's what it's there for, and each quote is going to be so different and meaningful to every person that reads it, and based on where they are in life.
Yeah, and memories.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that you have that memory.
Well, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I elevate myself to that one every time. I had to go to that one first, read it, think, and then
Yeah. That's so cool, though. That's why they're there, know?
No, that is
so great. There's do all things with love, which I think, we know what that means. And by Joseph Campbell, we must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. and that kind of reminds me of the other one that we were just talking about too. Just being open to change and not letting anything hold you back from that. Be the light that helps others see. That's anonymous. And then today, choose joy. So, and we have 5 more that are coming actually that I still have to make. I have some quotes in mind for those, and I bought 5 more so I can add to our collection. The one we had talked about last time, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That was a really meaningful one. And we talked about that last time I was on. And we have, you are beautiful, for you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And that comes from Psalm 139:14. And then I also have the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, from Galatians. So yeah, those are our quotes that we have up there. And
Yeah, thank you for bringing them in.
of course.
It's important for people to hear that, because you put a lot of time into it. It's just not, it's just, when you look at like business models a lot, you look at companies that put things out, especially, can't beat up on corporate too much, but I'm going to beat up on corporate a little bit. It's sterile. It's they just want your money. They just want your money and leave. Just
Right.
give me your money and leave. Like, it's just nothing special about it. You go to a place like yours, and it's an experience. It's more than just going to get an ice cream. It's more than just getting some pie or whatever. It's or whatever the treat you want. It's an experience, and it's almost like a little Disney World. I mean, you get the tractor out front.
Yeah.
It's a nice backdrop. It's a beautiful area. Route 105 in Middleboro is like one of the most.
It's beautiful.
It's one of the most beautiful sceneries out there. Actually, I'm not sure if I told you that, but back in, this is a while ago, 2005, Rand McNally, the Atlas Company, the most scenic, 10 most scenic rides in the United States. Route 105 was one of them.
Wow.
I put it in my top 20.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was the top 10 in Rand McNally, and you're talking about Hawaii, Pacific, and so it's a really beautiful, especially the stretch of road. You know, we're neighbors in a way. You know,
Yeah.
I live right down the street from you.
Right.
So it's like one of the most beautiful spots around, and it's preserved that way. And I think it's not overdeveloped, and I think a lot of people flock out to that area, and I think your place is an oasis. Like, I always think of that. I always think it's weird because I go by, like, you're driving down, and it's really you do have a farm around the corner, and I think now more people stop at the farm.
Right.
And stop, and now it's like, you get all the farm stuff, they get the vegetables, and then they pull up and get an ice cream, whatever. So it was just the farm, but I think that since you opened, I think I've seen more traffic there too. So in a way, I think, and maybe you're seeing more traffic because of the farm, because people come out to the farm. So both businesses are complementing each other, which I love to see. And you're a couple doors away.
Right.
So I just love the idea of that, and the whole Oasis thing too. Just bear with me a second. It's just, there's really nothing else around that area. No stores.
Right.
And I always think of like an Oasis.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm in the oil business. So when there's 10 feet of snow on the ground, I'm going to load up at TRT. You've been to TRT, you know Billy and Tara and all the boys there, right?
Yes.
That little hut is the Oasis, because sometimes they have soup.
The Oasis.
The Oasis. Oh, that's an awesome picture. You take that picture?
That was in the Middleboro News, I think just yesterday. They posted this gorgeous picture.
Really?
Yeah. It was someone who took it, and then I grabbed it, and then I think she found it somewhere on my website.
Oh,
on my
really?
Facebook page. Yeah. It's just gorgeous. We had this beautiful sunset one night, and it was just unbelievable.
Well, last week, right?
No.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know lately there's been a lot of them, but this was over the summer.
Oh, really?
So yeah, but like, sorry. So about your Oasis.
Well, no, I'm just saying. It's something nice in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's you always find that place in the middle of nowhere where it is an oasis. It's really something.
Especially when it's good treats.
Especially, yeah, especially when there's.
Yeah, all roads lead to chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
All
When
roads
there's
lead
treats
to
involved.
brownie sundaes, all shakes, now pies, whoopie pies, Maine
Oh,
whoopie
whoopie
pies.
pies.
All right, so, I always like to sit there and eat my ice cream in the parking lot, and I just sit there and just watch people. I'm the guy that have to watch people, but those are nice. So you got 5 more, and
Yeah, 5 more signs coming in.
you have an idea what my wife. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna ask you.
Yep.
You know.
I'm gonna surprise you.
Okay.
Be surprised.
Yeah, but I have them written out and excited. I should have had them up honestly earlier for the summer, but everything always happens at the right time, so I'm just
They
kind
gotta
of
go on the
waiting.
wall, the same area. You got room there. Or
There or on the other side.
Other side. Of the
Other side of the windows. We
Yeah.
have some space over there too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
but people don't really. Well, people do wait over there when they're picking up their ice cream when we're busy. There's
Yeah.
quite a few people waiting, so maybe we'll have some over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
what kind of reminds me too is Norman Rockwell,
Yeah.
the ice cream shop one there. You ever see the pictures of the ice cream shop?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got the Massachusetts State Trooper sitting next to the little boy at the ice cream fountain.
Yes.
And he's Massachusetts State Trooper,
Yes.
by the way. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean that's small town America.
Yeah,
You know, and you're in the middle of small town America.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It could be 1940 there. It could be 1960. It could be
Right.
2000. It could be any time. The only thing,
Could be.
the only thing is the vehicles.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can take the vehicles
You
away.
can take the
Yeah.
vehicles away and put any newer
Yeah.
vehicle in there. Exactly. Yeah.
That's how you get excited though when those old cars pull in. It just
Oh,
stops
that-
me in my tracks. I'll
Oh,
be like
that-
at the window of the customer and I just stop and
Well,
stare. So cool.
Well, that's a destination because a lot. Do you have a lot of people in motorcycles pulling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, motorcycles and old antique cars, and we would love to have a car show sometime too. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Have a car show, bring all the cars, old cars in. Just
Yeah.
like back in the day.
You can do that on a Monday or a Tuesday, an off day,
Yes.
because you can. That way you can kind of cater to the club
Mhm.
if it's worth it for the open, but and then be open and whatnot. But I mean to have your property and have your business open for a car show would be ideal.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't see too
But
many car shows anymore. I mean,
No.
there are car shows
No,
around.
you get enough
Yes.
room. I mean, you got enough room in the parking lot there, I think. But
Absolutely.
yeah, just because you wouldn't want to close it on a regular day to
Right.
do it, so you kind of have to do it on a day off. I mean, it'd be worth it. I mean,
Mhm.
a little extra ching ching would be nice, you know. But I mean, it's just that obviously you have. I mean, but you'll have the ice cream stand open too for all.
Yeah, yeah, and having a car show in the area is a really good thing. I don't see too many car shows around anymore. I mean, there's some. Oak Point just had one a couple of months ago. There used to be one that was done, I think, once a month at I think it was at the Halifax Walmart.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's no longer going. But
Yeah,
I
but
went
I
there a
mean,
couple times.
you really don't have the backdrop there. I mean,
of course not. But
I mean,
I'm
it's
saying-
Walmart.
what I'm saying
Walmart
is,
parking lot. It can
I
be
feel like
full
there
size.
should be more car shows.
Well, it's all about the backdrop. It's
is.
the roll set, it's the backdrop, it's
Yeah.
the scene,
Mm.
and that's what brings people. They don't want to, I mean, I'm not knocking Walmart. They got big, they do a lot for people.
That was a big lot that they had. There.
Oh, well, because they have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot, and the people that shop or whatnot. So.
And Oak Point had one in September, which I saw pictures of, and
Yeah.
seemed like a really good event too.
yeah,
car shows were very fun to go to. I've been to a few.
I'm sure you'll figure it out if it's worth your while and whatnot.
Mhm.
But most of the people have old enough, respectable people,
Mhm.
and so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. But quick question, and I think he told me this last time. What about food, hamburgers, hot dogs, stuff like that? Would you ever consider that, or you probably not? Just stick with the ice cream, or it's just too much work, more
I don't
permanent to do?
know. Yeah, there'd be a lot more bringing, the different things we need to cook and fry and all that. Nothing's out of the question.
No.
You never know.
Yeah.
At this point, probably this coming summer we won't, but I definitely would keep something like that in mind for
Yeah.
the future.
That's something else would be
Well,
would be really cool too.
Well, you know what? Sometimes
having that.
it would be like you could even have like a little trailer on the other side.
Mm,
And,
yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
And you get your hamburgers, hot dogs over the little trailer, like a little car trailer or whatnot.
Yeah.
And you have a little awning over on the right side. And
It would be a unique thing.
wouldn't it be wouldn't it be part of the, because
Yeah, it would be a unique thing.
I don't think you got room
That's a
in there.
good point. Yeah, something on the side. That's
Yeah.
a really good idea.
Yeah, because I don't think you got room over in the ice cream shop. Though.
Right.
You don't want to, ice cream and grease and stuff like
Yeah,
you don't want to mix that up.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, and it's just like, it
Yeah.
just seems like you're getting a greasy ice cream.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you definitely.
But
wanna be-
I think maybe something over the side, over the corner, like a little, not even a little trailer, a little something. You know what I mean? Even if it's a friend of mine, Billy, had a hot dog cart. You know, a little grill.
yeah.
The thing was, I don't know, small. It was like you could do something like that.
Mhm.
And that's a template to find out if it works. You know what I mean? Because if it doesn't work, you can sell it.
Yeah.
Instead of big investments. You know?
Right, that's true.
You gotta start small. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good idea. People have asked, but it's like something that's not totally out of the question.
Yeah, I mean a hot dog, hamburger, bag of chips, and
Yeah.
It's a great
soda
idea.
pop and some bottle of water. You know?
All right, 7:44. We're gonna take our last commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll have a musical recommendation. We'll have the today in histories, and then we'll finish up the interview with Catherine Waldrop here on Middleboro in Review. Today is the 12th of November, 2023. We're getting towards the middle of November already. Wow. All right, let's take our last commercial break right now. You're listening to WVB at 15:30 a.m., 99.7 FM.
That was good. I was way more comfortable.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing in the main, the big eye.
No, you got it.
It was good. Yeah, I love it. It's fun. Yeah.
Father listening?
My father?
Yeah.
No.
No.
They're from Maine.
Oh,
I
who was
don't think
listening
they're
last
Maine.
time?
Oh, my father-in-law.
Oh.
Yeah. I actually told it. I totally, like, I don't know, my brain. I forgot all about it, like, telling people. Because, like, I even talked to my mother-in-law last night. Totally forgot. Like, I'm so funny. I'm very, like, I don't know. I don't do anything until, like, I don't think about my day a lot of times until the morning. So, like, I just forget. It's so weird. So, anyway, I didn't tell her until on my way here today. I said, oh, by the way, if you're up, I'll be on the radio. but I don't know if they were even up at that time.
Yeah,
but my
yeah.
friend was listening,
Oh,
and she just, I usually walk with her in the morning, and she just sent me a picture of a burger and a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
So she was listening.
Oh, great.
I'll just probably do a little bit of a brief sports thing too. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of sports. It's just really kind of a boring day today. Patriots are in Germany. Patriots are going to lose today. And
They've been losing a lot, right?
it's kind of hit.
He's brutal on these teams.
I am brutal. And I don't see any.
He's technically the station sports guy. I mean, no one does sports like him, and there's nobody who can do sports like him in this whole station.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
15 seconds.
Oh wow, that was quick.
The
Joey's the
second
man.
commercial is kind of more quicker than the first one.
Yeah.
Less commercials. And we're back here on Middleboro in Review. Open phone lines, 508-822-1106. If you have a question for me, question for Dawn, question for Catherine, call us up, 508-822-1106. Quick sports, not going to go into detail, kind of a boring day in sports. Patriots are in Germany to take on the Colts. I don't see a good day coming for the Patriots side. I could be wrong. But again, this season has gone completely off the rails. They're 2-7. They could go 2-8 today. Does that mean there's a change somewhere in the front office, in the coaching seat? I don't know.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. But there are constant rumors going around about Bill Belichick and his job possibly being on the line.
Oh
after
boy.
this game.
Really?
Yes, if they lose this game, his job could be on the line. Apparently, according to rumors, I'm not going to
Can't
believe.
fire Bill Belichick.
I'm not going to believe those rumors until I see it. Okay, I'm not going to believe those rumors until I see it. If it happens, then yeah, obviously he got fired. But I'm not going to tend to believe those.
Bring back Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's a little busy with the Seattle Seahawks.
I like to see him. What's his name? Wilson still at the Seahawks?
No, he's not. He's in Denver.
Is he? I like that.
Not doing good things in Denver.
No,
either.
He's a class act. I always liked him. He's always been.
He is, but I think he picked the wrong team to join.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about his playing ability. I'm talking about his character, his man.
No, of course, yeah, of course.
In my opinion, he's a class act, along with Brady and
of course, absolutely.
And there's some who are not.
Oh well, yeah. You have that in every sport, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Patriots. I could be wrong, but I don't know if this is going to be a good day or not. J.C. Jackson's not playing. He missed a team meeting or a curfew or something. I don't know what it was.
So he's got to go to the North Attleboro Mall instead of Germany, right?
Yes. So he is not. He did not travel with the team. Neither did Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker is injured. Neither did another player. Quite a few injuries still on the team too. But
Do you like
it'll be a
football?
tough one.
I like it. I like more of the social piece, just hanging out and having snacks and
Pizza.
watching, hanging out with everybody.
I mean, it's funny because back in the 80s, it was dominated by males. Most women didn't like football. You know what I mean? They didn't really watch it. The guys were in the room playing football with the buddies, and the wives were in the kitchen playing, cribbage or chess.
Yeah, and you're starting to see in some schools there are women players. Whether it be kickers or punters, you see that now.
Yeah.
In some high schools, they have women players now. But again, Patriots. We'll see what happens in the game.
Now that we're on the football subject, we have the Thanksgiving game coming up in Milford.
And the Thanksgiving game with
Taunton.
Milford versus Taunton may be very interesting. If Milford wins the Final Four next weekend, they will be going on to the Super Bowl, which means, in all likelihood, Middleboro did this, in all likelihood, Milford will not be playing their starters.
Yeah, they'll be playing their freshmen.
They'll be playing their freshmen in second.
Which is an interesting game because
which will make the game very interesting.
in 2017, that was the case with Middleboro. They played in the Thanksgiving game, and their freshmen and their juniors, they lost the game.
They lost the game,
but they did
very
good.
Interesting.
They made it very interesting. I kind of like that underdog kind of thing.
So we'll see what happens.
I really like that. And where you grew up, was there a rivalry between the two towns? What town did you grow up in, Maine?
I'm from Wyndham, Maine. We actually, when I was there, we didn't have a football team.
Really?
Yeah, they do now, but
Oh,
not when I
okay.
was in school there. We had a lot of soccer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fall soccer. But
Yeah.
no football.
No football, huh?
So I missed that
Well, I
time.
can look this up. Wyndham, Maine. Let's see here. Wyndham, Maine varsity
Now,
football.
where is Wyndham, Maine? So tell everyone.
I'm just outside of Portland.
West of Portland?
It's just, you go inland just a little bit, and it's probably about 15 minutes.
What's
or
that,
so
302?
off the- Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right where I grew up. Right on 302.
I remember I went to a show at Oxford Speedway in
Oh,
1988.
yeah.
And I remember we had to walk 8 miles
Wow.
because the traffic was so bad at 5 miles. So it was Poland Springs over there,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. The whole Route 302 was.
Yeah. And now it's,
Oh yeah.
it's like a highway there.
Is it?
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
They widened it and
Yeah, but I mean that's how you get the Conway and whatnot.
yes.
Field, so.
That all the way up through.
Yeah.
Goes forever.
Joe?
Still looking.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
see anything here, but
Okay.
I'm sure they probably do, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of regional schools in the area, so I mean, it could be a regional school.
It could
was
be
it
a
a
regional
regional school or was it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So
Putting you on the spot here.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I heard they had a football team. I could be wrong there.
Okay, our today in histories, we have one today. 1982, USSR, Yuri Andropov becomes the General Secretary of the Communist Party's Central Committee, succeeding Leonid Brezhnev. Led the country for about 15 months, then he passed away. Konstantin Yurievich Khrushchenko succeeded him. He was in there for 13 months, and then he passed away. He was in bad health when he came to power, so he didn't last that long at all. Then he was succeeded by Mikhail Gorbachev,
With the last Soviet.
which
Yeah.
was the last Soviet. Who was the last Soviet? Oh man, yes.
1986, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
85, 86.
Yeah, I mean, Gorbachev and Reagan really worked things out, I think, as far as ending the Cold
did.
War at that time.
They
It was a
did.
scary time back in the late 80s and whatnot. I mean,
Our birthdays. 1929, Grace Kelly, American actress, later Princess Grace of Monaco. 1944, Booker T. Jones, American pianist, saxophonist, songwriter, and producer. 1945, Neil Young, Canadian singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer. 1947, Buck Dharma, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist of Blue Oyster Cult. 1982, Anne Hathaway, an amazing actress. She's been in so many great films. She was in the movie adaptation, a big-time movie adaptation of Les Miserables, which was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. A great film. The whole cast was just awesome in that film. Definitely a movie that you should check out for sure. Her performance in that movie is awesome. The passings today, 2008, Mitch Mitchell, English drummer of the Jimi Hendrix Experience. And 2018, Stan Lee, American comic book writer, editor, and publisher of Marvel Comics. Don, your thoughts on all this? Yeah.
well, Stan Lee, he was unbelievable. He was, and you know what? He played in his son Jason Lee. Okay, his son is Jason Lee, I think. Or maybe
Yes.
Okay. Well, he played in a couple of movies like Mallrats and stuff like that came out, and he was he did a couple cameos, which I thought were cute and whatnot. But I mean, look at the Marvel Empire now as far as movies and merchandise.
It's
and whatnot.
massive.
It's massive. Yeah.
It's massive. What about you, Catherine? What are your thoughts on all the
Comic books?
histories and everything?
Yeah, my son loves
Comic
them.
books.
He will go to the library and just read. They have the graphic novels now,
Yeah.
and so we could take any novel, Adventures
Yeah.
of Tom Sawyer, and turn it into a comic book. It's really it's pretty
Well,
interesting.
there's a fine line because I know Batman. So many differences. Batman got dark.
Well,
It
that,
did,
yeah, that's the
especially
thing.
during the Dark Knight era.
Yeah, it got.
And then during this era,
Same
too.
Asylum. You know, I mean, a lot of the comic books my friends used to. I mean, you're talking. My friends were in their 20s. They were like.
The Dark Knight era.
Keep an eye on that.
The Dark Knight era was very, very dark.
Yeah, yeah.
And this era too, the era that we're in now for Batman, the Robert Pattinson era is very dark as well, and the video games are very, very dark as well.
Hey, Joey, we got 7. We'll have to do the Alice Cooper later.
But
right.
we have time.
Do we? Okay.
Let's do this now. It's gonna be quick,
All right.
and then we'll have about a minute or two to talk to
Oh yeah.
Catherine as well. All right, so let's do our today's history. The music recommendation. All right, my music recommendation. Hello Hooray off of $1 Billion Babies. Great song by not by Alice Cooper. Actually, it was a song written by Canadian singer-songwriter Rolf Kempft and was first recorded by Judy Collins for her 1968 album Who Knows Where the Time Goes. Its most famous rendition, of course, is by Alice Cooper. It's a slower kind of rendition of the song. The song's actually a little bit faster than what Alice Cooper.
You play that this morning?
Yes.
Okay.
The song's faster than what Alice Cooper would record. Really good song. It reached 35 on the Billboard Hot 100. Also saw success internationally, reaching number 6 on the UK singles chart. 6 in the Netherlands, 13 in Germany, 14th in Ireland. So a lot of success. So very, very good song there. $1 Billion Babies is such a great album. Anyway, that's a really good album from Alice. Came out in 1973, March of 1973. The song "Hello Hooray" came out in January of '73. But yeah, that's our Today in Histories. Not Today in Histories, the everything else, and then the music recommendation as well. So we got about 2 minutes. Any last things to ask Catherine?
Did a great job over there.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Proud of
Thanks. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
you. That's all I can say about that.
So, again, you're open next week.
Yeah, anything you want to say? I mean, for the last just kind of 2 minutes.
Yeah, just come on down, check it out. Come see the Oasis. Again.
Can I get copyright for that?
That'll be our new sign.
Yeah.
The Oasis. But yeah,
The O,
that's right. But yeah, we're gonna be open again Wednesday the 15th, this coming Wednesday through the 22nd.
And what's your address over there? And
139 Thompson Street.
which is Route 105.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can continue down to the tree tunnel and.
Yeah, and then there's plus the little past heading north before the tree tunnel. There is a farmer's market there on the left hand side.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah.
we've known him for years, and he's been selling us. So, like I said earlier, I think both of these complement each other, which is, I think, making strengths for. Because I think like a lot of the people, in my opinion, I mean, I'm an instant shopper. I'm gonna go buy. Visuality pulls people in,
Yeah.
and I think your shop and the whole overall setting on 105 has a lot to do with your success. Because you can just, I don't know, some asphalt parking lot doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a lot of people, I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
you pull into an asphalt parking lot and it's 90 degrees out, and all you still smell is asphalt.
All right, it's 8 o'clock. I want to thank Catherine Lothrop for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Next week's show, I think we're gonna do a little bit about Thanksgiving football preview, some local things.
And
that's going on.
transportation.
And we're gonna do some transportation
have
as
to do
well. We have to do
transportation.
transportation
Alright.
because
I'm
there's a
on-
lot of things going on there.
I'm on a rant, okay?
There's a big news going on with the MBTA and the slow zones. Philip Yang came out with a plan to eliminate all the slow zones by
When
the
you get
end
him,
of
when you
last
get,
year.
when's
at
he
the
coming
beginning of
on?
next year.
When's Philip Yang coming on? We got to call.
I don't know. We gotta call. We're gonna get a hold of him. If we
I
can.
tried to get a hold of him. I
If
just
we
got
can.
blown off.
But again, all the slow zones. He is planning to have the MBTA eliminate all those slow zones by the end of next year. So we'll talk a bit more about that. Thanksgiving football preview as well. What's going on locally for that? Some of the big matchups like Boston Latin and Boston English. That's a big one. That's gonna be a big one this year. Always a big one. And some other big ones as well we'll talk about too. But that'll do it for today's program. Hope everyone enjoyed today's program, and we'll be back next week, the November 19th edition of November 19th, 2023 edition of the Middleboro in Review. Bye-bye, everybody.
Great job.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me again.
You're welcome to come the next month if you want.
Yeah.
When your next one, you just let me know.
I'll let you know, yeah.
All right.
Because we have to figure out when we're going to be even having that. But we like to do before each holiday, because then you can bring your pie and get your pies and blah blah. You
What's
know,
a Christmas?
so.
What's a Christmas thing?
What do you mean, like what?
Like a Christmas pie. What would a Christmas pie
Oh,
do?
well, maybe trying those cream pies, because they have all that too. What would be Christmassy? And we've always